Hi all, welcome to PowerShell for Penetration Testers at Pentester Academy. In this video, we continue our discussion of using .NET types and classes in PowerShell using the add type commandlet. Recall that we have discussed a number of methods to use .NET types, and in this video let's see how to use precompiled libraries or DLLs of .NET Framework in PowerShell. We will see how to compile our code in DLL, and we'll then see how to use those. So let's recall this code which we used in the previous video. Let's copy it to new script and let's comment out this usage. Now, if you have gone through the help of add type, you have seen the output type parameter, which allows for selecting the output type. Let's select the library and let's specify the output assembly. Let's call it syscommands.dll. Let's move to PowerShell version 2. And now let's save this first with the name of invoke syscommands DLL. Now if we execute invoke syscommands DLL, we will see a DLL has been created in the destination folder. Now before we use it, let's have a look at another interesting thing. Sorry, might have noticed this option of console application. Let's try it out. Let's call it syscommands.exe. Let's save the script and execute it. The script asks for a main method rightfully. So let's provide it a quick main method, and for this demonstration let's use this code and let's run the net user command. Now let's try to run the script again. It executed successfully, and now if we list syscommand.exe, it is there. Let's run it, and as you can see, net user was executed on the machine. So this makes it quite useful when using some C# or any other .NET code in PowerShell. So that is it for the compilation part. Now because the syscommands type has already been loaded in this session, let's close this. Let's close this too, and let's use the add type path sys commands.dll, and let's use the pass through parameter which passes on the objects of the loaded DLL. Now $obj contains the type of syscommands.dll, so using it we should be able to use our methods. This should be syscommands. You can see that we executed it. Obj could be used to enumerate the object. Now one very interesting thing to see here is if we look for another method in our DLL which is called netcmd, getMember won't be able to list it, but it could list lookup. Why so? Because our class is a constructor-less class. So to avoid this, we can use the get methods with the tried and tested where object and we can see that netcmd has been found. So you can use this get methods method whenever you load a DLL to get, or any other assembly to get a list of methods. So we saw how to compile DLLs and console applications from a .NET code in PowerShell, and then we saw using DLLs. Another example which we can see is this. This is an example code from the WinSCP tool, and this could be used to add the WinSCP functionality to our PowerShell code. That is, again we are using .NET to extend the functionality of PowerShell. Since on my test machine only username and password authentication is enabled, we need to hard code it or ask it from the user. So the simple thing is we are loading this type, which is WinSCP.net.dll, which also requires the WinSCP application to be in the same path or in the environment path. And then we are using the functions available with it to transfer files from our local machine to the temp directory of the Unix machine. So let's see it in action. It is saved in a script called new.NET from path. Let's run it. As you can see that it uploaded 3 files. Because there is no other exercise in this video, if we want, use session options pipe getMember or session options dot get methods or get members to explore the class and write your own code. Also, if you want, we can check if the files have been transferred successfully. So this way, by properly using pre-compiled libraries, we can extend the reach of PowerShell much beyond the built-in commands. So that is all for this video. If you are enjoying your time at Pentester Academy, please recommend us to your friends and colleagues in the information security community.